Good morning, students. In today's session, we are going to start with Chapter 5 topic Introduction to CSS. CSS means Cascading Style Sheet. What is Cascading Style Sheet? A cascading style sheet is basically a tool which allows to add the style to a particular web page. A style sheet consists of a set of instructions and rules that are having two parts. First part is a selector, second is a set of properties. The main purpose of CSS is to increase the styling of your web page to make it more attractive. Therefore, CSS appear to be visual based. And one of the main property of CSS is that all images, pages, objects and style have to be saved in the same directory. All will be saved in the same directory. So the author of page has to create a style sheet in the text editing being used. HTML is a markup language, everybody knows. It is used to develop a web page. While what is CSS? CSS adds style into the web page. It can also be asked, differentiate between HTML and CSS. HTML is a markup language that is used to prepare the web pages, while CSS is a tool to add the style into a web page. Now, how to write a style sheet? The header of HTML file being written for the web page has a link to style sheet. The next step involves writing a set of rules. How to write the set of rules? The rule consists of the selector and the action. And a selector for a element or a tag is the text that appear within the text. Then within the bracket the property is written. You will more understand by the example, like body background color equal to red. It defines the background of body in red. It means it is the selector and it is the value part. Red is the value and background color is the selector part. It means it is the property. Now what are the advantages? Advantages of web CSS is that it completely changes the appearance of your web page without originally changing the web page itself. And you can separate the formatting. You can arrange the formatting especially for paragraph, for heading, for body tag. You can differentiate as per the requirement for different statements using them. And this keeps the project more modularized. And you can modify only the CSS file without affecting the HTML file, in which you specify the HTML elements. And download time for web page is faster. It means it will be uploaded faster as the HTML file does not contain all the formatting details and contains a lean version of what is required. And maintenance of web page is very easy with the help of CSS. To make a global change, simply change the style and all the elements in the web page. It will upload automatically. Platform independent is possible. It means it is not dependent on particular version of HTML. It can be applied on any version of HTML. Everywhere it is supported. And using CSS, the number of time a background image is to be appear, whether the files are to be placed horizontally or vertically. And disadvantages are there. All file images have to be kept in the same directory. This is also the advantage. This is also the disadvantage. And embedding a style sheet require more coding than linking. It will take more time to code either than in the HTML program. If the style sheet is not embedded, then the required page to download it or viewed offline would not be correct. And CSS is not supported by each editor. HTML code that are generated while making CSS. Now, how to embed the style sheet? How to include the style sheet? Internal or embedded style sheets are used to define unique style for the element of a single HTML document. The internal style sheets are defined in the head section of your HTML document by using the style tag, and this specifies the style sheet area within the HTML document. It means every time style is written in the heading document. like head, title. In title we have given the title name. After style, this is the main format for embedding a style sheet. Style tag will be there. In style we will write the style type is equal to text oblique CSS. And now look here, it is the H1. For heading 1, which type of styling property we are applying? For heading 1, each property will be written in the opening and closing braces, and in opening braces first attribute we have used color. Color will be Sienna, and second attribute we use text align, it will be center. Automatically wherever you are using H1 heading in your program, automatically it will apply these two properties on heading 1. For heading 2, color it will be applied automatically red. And for body tag we have done the styling, background color will be pink. Now look the output. Before that, in body tag what we have done, we have given the heading welcome to CSS. It means welcome to CSS contain the property of H1, the color will be Sienna and alignment will be in the center. It will be displayed in the center. For H2 text, it will automatically become red color, and rest part of H2 will also be of red color, and background of body will be pink. So output will like this format. Background will be of pink color. We will take the color printout. It is of Sienna color, Sienna formatting, and it will be displayed in the center. And the color of your H3 tag, H2 tag color is your red. This will be displayed of red color. Next is inline style sheet. These are used to add styles to a particular tag or group of tags. The style information is included within the tag of a HTML element. They do not affect only the single element or the individual occurrence of tag to which the style is applied. And the style information on HTML element is specified using the style attribute. In double quotes it is written, on semicolon is there. Like for heading 1, we have applied the style will be of red color, text alignment is center, and afterward we have contained the data on H1 close. Paragraph, in line it means within one line. In double quotes we will write all the styles, and colon is for separation. Semicolon is used for separation, and double quotes is for applying the styles. And third is H2. Afterward, when you write the code, the output will be like this format only. It will apply on the same line or same header, not for all. Next is color property. Color property is used to give the color to a particular element that are present in a web page. And the value could be either name or it could be a color code also. The example is given like HTML head title we have given. After title we have applied style. It is the embedded style sheet we have recently done now. In style tag we have written style type is equal to text or CSS. It is fixed, we cannot change it. We can change the formatting part, like H1 color we have settled red. For H2 we have color settled blue. For paragraph we have defined the color green, and for list we have defined the color red. Afterwards style tag is closed, and this is the part of header, so heading will also be closed. Here it forgot to close the heading. Now in body what is written? In body H1 hardware and software, so the color of this content will be of red. In H2 whatsoever is written, the color will be of blue. In paragraph whatsoever is written, the color will be of green. And in list, now we have prepared the list, unordered list we have prepared. Elements are input, output or processing devices. The color of list will be of your red. It means list element will be of red color. And H2 tag again, now see, H2 tag we have used here also. H2 tag we have used here also. Automatically it will apply it on all H2 tag where we have applied. Automatically it will make the H2 tag of blue color. And list we have used again, list automatically take the color that is red color. So the output will be in the format of like this. H1 color will be different, H2 color will be different, list color will be different. 2 time h2 we have used, so 2 time h2 color will be same. 2 time list we have used, 2 time list color will be same. It is about your color property. Now background color. We can change the background color of your style sheet also. So for changing the background color, the attribute is background color only, rest all part is same. In body we have written background color is yellow. Rest we have applied h1 color is blue and background color is red. Heading color is blue and background is red color. h2 heading color is blue, background is white. h3 heading color is red, background is pink. h4 heading is aqua and background color is cyan. And list color is red and background is white. So when it will be applied, it will be applied automatically for h1, h2, h4 and list part. Same part it is, and finally it will be displayed for different color. And background will also set at the back of the text. Automatically it will have different color whatsoever we have written in the background style property. And for the background we have the property of background color. Next part is border style property. The border style property allows the user to specify the style of border, how it will be displayed. Different border styles are available. So we will give the value for the border style, and the value of border style property can be solid, double, grow, ridge inset and outset. It is also one more question, which type of properties or which type of values are supported by the border style property. The value that are supported by border style property is solid, double, grow, ridge inset and outset. Rest part is same, only border style property we have applied here. Any value out of this we can take. 5 value it is supported, either solid, double, grow, ridge inset and outset. Rest part is same. Afterward the output will be displayed like this only. It means the border will be applied with different properties and different styles will be applied. Margin property is for giving the spacing. It means space between the element and the element to its top, bottom and left and right position. Margin property is a shortened method for setting the margin in an element. It can be in the form of length, percentage or auto. So the value of margin can be either length, either percentage or auto. 3 values are supported in cascading style sheet. Rest part is same. Like for heading 1 we have given the background color red and margin we have given of 1 centimeter. For heading 2 we have given blue and margin 1.2. For heading 3 we have given background color yellow, heading color red and margin 0.5. So it will be automatically applied on h1, h2 and h3 and the output will be different. Now see, the writing space will be automatically adjusted, that is the margin space. How much margin is taken for writing a code like here? Here it is little bit smaller either than 1.2 space. Next part is height property. Height property is used to set the height of an element in a web page, and either it will be in pixel, centimeter and percentage also. For height property, rest part is already same. We will discuss only height property part. Like h1 border style is groove and height is 2 cm. h2 border style is solid and background color is pink and margin is 2 cm and height is 5 cm. Now see the height. It is the border. From border how much height is there? For heading 1 and heading 2. For heading 1 it is settled 2 cm. For heading 2 it is settled 5 cm. See the difference. It is the height property. Next is width property, that we will discuss in next session. For this session, this much we have covered. Thank you. Have a nice day.